I want to bring in Jessica González. She's joining us live from Los Angeles. She's co-CEO of Free Press. It's a non-partisan organization focusing on communications rights. Good to have you with us on Al Jazeera. I was just reading that Elon Musk had written to Bret Taylor, that's the chair of Twitter, saying the site was not thriving as a company or a tool for improving freedom of speech and needs to be transformed as a private company. I suppose at heart, really this would be down to how Elon Musk defines free speech.
That's right. And I'm not sure we should trust him. Frankly, I think Elon Musk ought to stick to cars and the Twitter board ought to reject this offer. This is about more than just investments, money, and markets. This is about the future of our democracy. This is about public health and safety, civil and human rights. And I don't think Elon Musk understands anything about that. There is balancing of important interests that have to be done when it comes to content moderation. And we have seen Elon Musk time and again spread vaccine disinformation, use the platform to build his own wealth at the expense of others, and call on his troll army to attack and harass people who disagree with him. This is not the future of free expression that I want to see. This is not the future of free expression that we need for multiracial democracies in the 21st century.
There is an element of toxicity which has become embedded in the image of Twitter, which Twitter is finding very difficult to get rid of. We saw that particularly during elements of the Trump administration and various knock-ons, if you like, from that. In the event that Elon Musk gets hold of this company, or indeed if anybody else gets hold of the company, what do they have to do to try to disentangle that that toxicity that exists, that's embedded with it, and make it into a pure freedom of speech balanced site?
Yeah, this is where we need to deepen our free speech analysis. We need to understand, why do we want free speech? We want it so that people have access to information to make good choices about things that are happening in their lives. We need it so that we have an informed electorates. We need it to advance democracy. We need free speech to advance racial justice. And Elon Musk understands none of this. Twitter, as a company, could get a lot better, but it has made improvements. I think the decision to kick Donald Trump off the platform was a good one. We should not allow these platforms to be a place where organized violence and efforts to overthrow democracy are happening. We need some accountability from tech platforms, and it concerns me greatly that Elon Musk wants to take this company private. It means even less accountability to the public.
Do you think we might be looking at this in too esoteric terms, and he's actually just looking at it from a monetization point of view, that he's going to stick more advertising on there? He'll find a way to get people to pay subscriptions, for example, in order to be able to join this service. Do you think that that could be at the heart of this, rather than a focus on the free speech element?
I highly doubt it. Like you said in the intro there, other companies like Disney have looked at Twitter. They found that it wasn't profitable enough to mean that it was a good investment. I think that Elon Musk, and this is an assumption, I'm not inside his head, but I think that he wants to control how we connect and communicate. I don't think this is a good business investment. I think if he were to, for instance, go to a subscription model that he would look, I don't think it would work, frankly. Twitter is different than other social media platforms. The low barriers to entry are why people can communicate so freely there. And so I highly doubt that. I guess it's a possibility. But it seems to me that at the heart of this is his desire to control how the communication flows over the platform.
If Elon Musk doesn't buy it and nobody else buys it, and Twitter doesn't change, what's going to happen to Twitter?
It will become irrelevant. Listen, we are growing into every day a more and more multiracial democracy. Twitter needs to step up. Meta, TikTok, YouTube, they all need to step up into 21st century to ensure that they are fostering a multiracial democracy, and to ensure that they are not amplifying hate and disinformation that threatens public safety and health. That's what needs to be done right away. If they don't meet that challenge, they will make themselves irrelevant.
Really good to get your thoughts on this. Jessica González, we're very grateful to you for joining us on Al Jazeera. Thank you very much indeed, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.